wanna get high, man?
Let's stimulate your mind.
Get up, Chucky! What have we got here? A fucking comedian.
Rojan Kim?
California dreaming.
Hello, and welcome to the Rojan Kim cast. It's me, Rojan Kim. Welcome. It's February 10th, 2020, 210, 2020, 210, 2020. This is RKC 128. Yes, the Rojan Kim cast, episode 128. It's a Monday. It's a beautiful February Monday day here in LA. Tough to complain when it's like 70, sunny in the middle of winter, global warming, whatever, bring it on, or whatever. I mean, I got nothing. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm recycling. I'm doing what I can, but this is not why we're here today. We all know about recycling. We all know that we're doing what we can to make the world a better place. But I am of the firm belief that you can't really change the world until you deal with yourself. You know, you can't love others until you love yourself. You can't do unto others unless you think about how you would like to have them do unto you. What the fuck am I talking about? Well, all right. It's a self-improvement, you know? Yeah, you think about ways of improving your lives, doing a little better. You know, sometimes I listen to motivational podcasts like the Jocko podcast, which is Jocko Willing's podcast. He's a Navy SEAL and he talks like this, and he's just always like, get after it, good. And he's like, check. Anytime you say something, instead of saying, yeah, he goes, check. You know, it's very terrifying. But there are times when I like to listen to his podcast for motivation, and I like to get extra motivated by playing it at double speed. So then he sounds like some battle-hardened chipmunk, you know, trying to get me to get going. You know, he's like, get going. Good. You're feeling down? Don't have enough money for jiu-jitsu? Good. That is a problem I do have. Okay, so I have been... It's hard for me. Okay, I started jiu-jitsu and comedy at the same time, and I find them both to be similar in that I suck at both. And... that's where I pause for laughter. Usually there's a laugh there. Ha, 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 ha. Move on. But what has happened is I got hurt in jiu-jitsu. And when I look back on how I got hurt, I never really, I've never really been hurt sparring or rolling. Not really. I mean, maybe a little dinged. But every time I've ever been hurt at all doing martial arts, this includes when I did Japanese jiu-jitsu, and then and it's always been my knee. It's always been a subluxation of my knee. It happened in Japanese jiu-jitsu when I banged my knee on some dude, and it happened twice in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. The second time was also kind of a bang, a little bit of a bang, and then I tweaked my knee. There's a little sublux, I think. And then a subluxation is when the joint pops out a little bit, but not all the way. So that happens with my patellas. It's happened with both, where they kind of come out for a second and come back in and fills with fluid and fucking sucks. And then it's just like a month or something of like not really being able to bend my knee right or walk right. But then it gets better. Everything's fine. And I haven't needed surgery every single time. The last time, though, that really put me out was a biggie. It's on the right. The last couple times it was on my left. This time it was on my right. It happened when I was drilling. See, this time it was drilling. The other times it kind of was sparring, but it was more just a clash. This time it was drilling. I was drilling an ankle pick, which is a technique in wrestling where you drop to your knee while you have a grip on your opponent's head or collar, and you scoop their ankle. You know, you kind of pull them down to one side so that their front leg is light, and then you scoop it up. By going down to the ground, your head kind of comes down to the ground, and you scoop up that ankle, and they lose their balance. I hope I described that right. Anyways, I was doing one of those, and my fucking patella, my kneecap, popped out. The whole fucking socket, and I heard a loud pop, popped out of the fucking socket, went to the side of my knee, and I was like, ah, and out of instinct, I just straightened my leg and just jammed my patella back in. Just jammed it back in there. Yeah, I was like, and it was like, and I had no health insurance, and I was just like, and that was like a 6-monther. I couldn't really, I couldn't really get back to like the bicycle. Couldn't even do bicycle until about 6 months. Get my knee bent to that. Got PT. Got a bunch of stuff. I think I luckily had health insurance through school. I don't know where I ended up getting. I got some physical therapy. I remember getting that. I finagled it somehow, but that was it. There was nothing else I could really do. Oh, I know what I did. I actually bought insurance. Actually, I ended up buying insurance for a little bit, using it, and then I couldn't use it really because there's nothing I could really do. There was no surgery. There was no ligament tears. It was just a traumatic injury where the fucking thing popped out and I shoved it back in. And I guess it was okay. I mean, to be fair, I guess I haven't really done an MRI. Maybe I should do an MRI. But I'm fine. I've been, squatting. I've trained here and there when I had health insurance, whatever. It's been fine. One of the things I realized was that it was a continuous, I researched this a lot. Subluxations, patella, the patellar tendon. It's connected to the IT band. And basically what I've come to realize is it's really due to tightness. My injuries have been due to tightness, not weakness. Weakness in the sense that a tight structure is weak. Like the reed that bows in the wind is stronger than the reed that breaks. So I've been working on strengthening, which also helps with the stretch reflex. I haven't been stretching as much as I should. I honestly should be stretching more. So I know that is the thing I need to be doing. See, there's always room for improvement. Good. That's what Jocko would say. Good. That's what Jocko the Chipmunk would say. Self-improvement. That's always where we got to go, right? Got to do it. Holy shit. I'm on minute 7. What the fuck? Gooks. All right. Why did I just say? Because of the Oscars. Oscars. All right, I'm changing tracks. Why did I talk about? I was talking about, I just wanted to share a little bit about self-improvement, what's going on with me. So I told you guys I was doing the base building thing, which is, I looked up this tactical barbell. Look it up, tactical barbell. Super easy program to follow. There's a whole base building thing. I've been doing this for a few years, actually, 3 years now. This is my 3rd year base building. I try to run it every January through February, which is an 8-week cardio program. Trying to get it all up to speed, you know what I'm saying? Try to get my heart rate down. It's a lot of long, slow. So it was 5 weeks of lots of long, slow cardio. And now, starting from this week to week 6, 7, 8, is more high intensity stuff. Back to the lifting. This has got to be boring. I was going to talk about the Oscars. Why did I yelled the word gooks at minute 7, and then Oscars. Big news. Bong Joon-ho, winner of the Best Director, Best Film, Best Original Screenplay, fucking first Korean guy to do it, first foreign language film, first fucking, yeah. Well, I think, first of all, kind of makes me feel like America's reading subtitles now, right? They're finally reading subtitles because it's the first foreign language film that won Best Picture, okay? I think that also shows that, like, man, we must suck at making movies now. Like, all we got are Avengers. We don't even have original. He's making movies about human beings. We have to outsource our humanity, which makes sense, I think, considering what we've been doing for the past 20 years, I think it's like we're not really in a position to tell people how to behave or what's right and what's wrong. We are in a position to tell them what's right and what's wrong, and that's it. So I suppose it's the nuances of human psychology and living, the things that Scorsese was talking about and was hoping to get across in The Irishman. But he was probably fucking super happy that Bong Joon-ho won, because Bong Joon-ho is the real deal cinematically. You know what I mean? The cinema torch has been passed overseas from America back to Asia. You know what I'm saying? We're not back to it. I don't know if Asia ever had it. I mean, they not directly. I guess it's a very Eurocentric, Western-centric sort of a view of cinema, because it all starts in France. Starts in France, makes its way over here, and it gets huge in America, but then, other countries have it, all right? And for Koreans, it's a point of pride. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, being a filmmaker is on the list of acceptable career choices for Korean kids. You know what I mean? Like you got your doctors, lawyers, right? Engineers, computer shit, filmmaker. But not just any filmmaker. You can't be like a loser filmmaker. I mean, this is going to be a lot of pressure, that's all. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy just won the trifecta of Oscars. He won Best Screenplay, Director, and Picture. And that's what the kids have to compete with now, right? You got to be the best. And that is just indicative of, I think, most Asians, you know, across the board. And I blame Genghis Khan. That's really who I blame. Because Genghis Khan, he's not Korean. He's not Chinese, but he fucking took him over. He ran a train on him. You know what I'm saying? He raped a lot of them. You know, there's some people who are like super proud of having Genghis Khan DNA. I have Genghis Khan DNA. Yeah, that's because it was raped into your family line. I don't know. Is that you should be proud of that? I mean, I guess it's cool. He was a winner, sort of. I mean, he won and then he lost. You know, he was a conqueror. I guess that's what we admire, right? But there were Chinese women who would rather kill themselves than be defiled by the Mongol barbarian horde, you know? So I don't know. I guess it's a point of pride now to have let your honor be besmirched by dirty barbarians. So congratulations. Okay, well, I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyways, Genghis Khan, a lot of pressure. I'm just saying that's where a lot of this pressure to be the best. You got to be number one. You got to be like fucking Genghis Khan. If you're going to be somebody, you know, I think that's the thing. Like, look, if you're going to conquer, you got to be the best, you know? That's just what, if you're going to rape, you're going to have to rape everybody. You're going to have to rape enough people so that 2/3 of Asia has your DNA, okay? And you're just going to rape one person. That's chump change. Indian gang rape, chump change, right? Bunch of guys raping one lady. Come on. That's weak. We're talking about one man, a great man who must have raped thousands of women. I don't know. I'm sure the Asians have done the math on it. You know what I'm saying? So I trust them. Okay, I trust them. Is this edgy? Is this dark? Speaking of women directors getting the shaft, huh? Women directors that's what they say. The women are getting the shaft. Koreans are. If Bong Joon-ho is a woman, would he have gotten the shaft? I don't know. If Greta Gerwig was Korean, would she have gotten the shaft? Who knows? Oh my God, what a crazy world of. It's just dumb. Okay. I'm sure a woman will be picked as best director one day when she actually is one, okay? No, it's like, I don't think that... Hey, listen. I love women, okay? Any woman will tell you that. All the women I've ever been with, okay? My woman now, right? Rami will tell you, okay? So that's one of the things she liked about me when she fucking met me is she realized that I don't hate women like a lot of dudes do. And to me, frankly, it is incredible that dudes hate women. I don't even understand it. You know, it's hard for me to get, but it happens, you know. Guys are like super critical girls. They tell them what to wear or whatever. You know, just a lot of weird tyranny over women. And I don't get that. Maybe it's because I just didn't have a mom growing up, so I was just always like, kind of hope for the best and just really gave them the benefit of the doubt. You know, I'm just like, come on, they're doing their best. What do you do? You know, but I guess like if you've lived with a mom your whole life and she's just kind of like really kind of dumb and annoying, then yeah, okay, that could color your view of women, I guess. I don't know, but it's still weird to me. Still weird. Having said all that, how much I love women, I feel like you can't just give it to a woman just because she's a woman. That just kind of cheapens the whole thing. And I feel like on the whole, it seems like in society, that's okay. That seems to be okay. Just give it to him because she's a woman. Just give it to them. Why aren't they picking them? Just give it to him. Well, that's bullshit. Going back to Genghis Khan, you think they just gave it to Genghis Khan? You think they were just like, just give it to him? Yeah, he's just, he's just a little Asian dude on a horse. Like, just give it to him. No, he had to take it. He had to come in and fucking take it, okay? Just like the raping he did. Just like, I don't know. I guess he's a winner, but part of me is also really empathetic to the conquered sometimes, you know? And it's like, I don't know. I just feel like it probably was a shitty day for those people, you know? It's always better to be conquered. I mean, I'm watching Vikings. I think I said that last time. I get it. Vikings went around conquering. And that sort of might makes right mentality, right? It's kind of a Teutonic kind of Hitler thing, also, right? With the fucking Nietzsche, right? Nietzsche's just like, what the fuck happened? Christianity came and turned everything on its head. We were Vikings. We were Germanic Viking. We were warriors, Norse conquerors. And I get that, but that's not sustainable, man. You can't. What are you gonna do? Conquer the whole world? You conquer the whole world, and then someone's gonna come and conquer you, and then it's gonna. And that's what we have been doing this whole time. That's what we've been doing as America. Hegemony. That's why we can't make a movie, for fuck's sake. We can't make a good movie anymore. It's not because we don't have the talent or the ability. It's just that it's just not what we're about now. Not about humanity, man. We're about might makes right. We're about being the paragon of moral virtue. We're about truth, justice, and the American way, spreading democracy with bombs. All right. Iron Man. Iron Man is the truest movie we've made about our country, okay? Iron Man is about a rich guy who made missiles, and he got kidnapped by the Taliban, and then he found out the missiles that were being shot at them were made by him. He saw his own name on a missile, and then he was like, I got to be Iron Man, dude. And then somehow he's just kind of gives the military the Iron Man. I don't know what happens after that. But anyways, before that, though, it was a lot of war guilt, and that's what we're about. So we don't deserve Best Picture. We don't deserve that shit. And Little Women, get the fuck out of here. Okay? What is that about? The fucking Civil War? So just have more American bullshit about long ago, about a time. Yeah, maybe a time when we were good. But now, not so clear. You know what I'm saying? And I actually applaud the Academy. Okay? I applaud them for recognizing that in their way. I don't know if that's really true. That's just me projecting whatever onto this thing. Like, honestly, I like Bong Joon-ho. I love Memories of Murder. I love all his movies are excellent. Okay? The fact that he's Korean is, of course, that's cool too, because I'm Korean, but beyond that, I'm not like, I can't take pride, right? I didn't do anything. He did it. I can't take anything from him. He did it. But Koreans are very tribal and very like proud tribal people, right? Anytime a Korean does well, they're like, that's us. That's us. Yeah, that's us. That's us. That's us. Right? Anytime a Korean does bad, they're like, hey, right? Like when that Korean dude shot up Virginia Tech, we were like, whoa, this is a individual case-by-case thing. People are people. You can't just be like, just because one Korean does something, all Koreans do the same thing, right? So it's like, it's kind of the opposite of what America does, right? We socialize the good, privatize the loss, right? Socialize the good in terms of Korean pride, right? Like, that's us. Korean guy does something good, that's all of us. He does something bad, that's on him, right? Except, of course, when it comes to things like politics in America, or not even politics, let's just talk about economics, right? Like, remember when we had to bail out the banks, right? That was the opposite. We socialized the loss, right? The banks lost a bunch of money. Don't worry, the taxpayers will bail you out. We'll bail you out, right? Privatize the good, though. Privatize the gain, right? That year, the bonuses were through the roof for all those bankers, right? That's the American way. So it's very interesting, There's like, in the sense of pride, you got economics, right? Which one really affects people in the end? Your feelings or the economy, whether or not you can put food on the table. Well, I don't know. Remains to be seen. I think the one thing that Koreans will be adamant, though, is that, now remember, we are not Chinese, okay? We don't have the coronavirus. We win Oscars, all right? We win the trifecta. We have the hat trick, okay? We don't carry diseases. We don't carry diseases like the coronavirus, which is it coming, guys? I don't know. Is there a pandemic? Maybe. We're in the middle of it. Well, I think this is interesting. We're in the age of social media. We're in the age of information, right? And the information is being tightly controlled by the Chinese government. I don't know if we could trust them. But then who can we trust? And I mean, I think every government, it's going to be in their best interest to be like, no, to tell the truth, to make sure that there isn't a global pandemic, unless at some point they're like, hey, let's let this play out and see what happens. We do need a little population loss or whatever. But are you kidding? The economy is going to grind to a halt. Everybody's going to lose money. We're all going to die. Okay, you don't want that either. Okay, so is it going to happen? I don't know. It's hard to know. It's hard to, apparently, look, measles is still a thing. Measles could happen. Right? One of the reasons why the Chinese have novel viruses is because they're all vaccinated against the old ones. Hopefully they'll find a vaccine for this one. I don't know if they ended up ever finding a vaccine for SARS, but hopefully they work on a vaccine for this. Hopefully, the world is on it. And to be fair, there are fucking heroes in China right now, fucking taking the bullet, dying, right? Dying, trying to make sure that this shit doesn't spread, trying to get the truth out. Hopefully that shit is not, I don't know, hopefully it's not the end. Wouldn't it be something, this whole time we're all like, climate change, or nuclear war, and then it just ends up being a coronavirus, ends up being some Chinese virus, and then everybody just starts killing Chinese people. Everybody just start, including Koreans. Koreans would be afraid. Koreans would be the first to be like, we're not Chinese, and just killing. Here's how you tell them apart. And that. No, I'd be the first to go. I don't look Korean. Chinese people think I'm Chinese, so I'm done. The Koreans would turn on me first. They'd be like, it's him. It's Chinky Rojin. That's what they'd call me. Chinky, get him. He's a Chinky Rojin. All right. This is where I'll get canceled, of course. Where I kept saying Chink over and over, only in jest, only because I look Chinese. And then, hey, listen, I can pass for Chinese, so if the shit goes down, I'll hide you guys. I will hide you. I will hide you. I'll change my name to Jing Rojin Jing, Jing Rojing, and I will hide you. Okay, you Korean-looking motherfuckers, because they're gonna come after you. Because they're gonna turn. You think you fucking turn on the Chinese, you throw them in the death camps, and then the Chinese come, liberate the death camps. Guess what they're going to do? They're going to throw the Koreans in there, okay? They're going to be like, all right, who looks Korean? Let's get the gooks, all right? Let's get them in there. And then, I don't know. What do I do? Do I have Korean pride? Am I going to be on the side of my tribe? Am I throwing with the Chanks? Throwing with the gooks? Oh, God, can you stop? Can you stop with the slurs, please? Okay, not after the Oscar win, okay? Bong Joon-ho, please, today is not the day. I don't know. You know who else spread plagues? Mongols, Going back to Genghis Khan, That's a worker. Look, listen, here's the thing. I think racism goes hand in hand with plagues, right? So that happened in the bubonic plague, during the Black Death, right? Except, so that time it was Asian. The Asians were also spreading it, except they were spreading it on purpose. They were spreading it with corpse-filled catapults, and then they were just launching disease-ridden corpses and rats into walled cities, and it was germ warfare and stuff. So that was, whatever. Hey, they're winners, right? They were getting after it. But who else was raised? They were racist against the Jews. To Jews, not just because they were good at math, but also because they were the only ones that bathed at the time. So they were basically like Asians also. They were the Asians of the day, beyond the scary Asians who were trying to kill them and take them over. There were the Asians inside who didn't get sick because they were clean. And so then they said it must be some Jewish magic, their Jewish devilry or whatever, which I'm very confused on because I guess like white people didn't have germ theory, but I guess the Mongols did, because I guess you didn't know they were germs, but you pretty much made the connection between the disease-ridden corpses and the disease itself. So maybe, that was probably it. Anyways, back then, the fucking Jews were hated because they were clean. So then they were racist. They're racist against Jews because they didn't get the disease, right? So you're either racist against the guys who get the disease, or racist against people who don't. It's almost as if racism is illogical, it makes no sense, and is retarded, okay? It's almost as if racism is retarded, and we should stop it. All right. Guys, don't be racist, all right? Hug a Chinaman. Hug a Chinaman, kiss him on the lips, and say, God damn it, you Chinaman, thank you for fireworks. Thank you for gunpowder, really. Really? You think we would be where we are without the Chinese? Yeah? You think you could have conquered all those people, white people? White people, you think you could have done colonialism without the gunpowder? Huh? You just get on your hands and knees, kiss them on the lips, and get coronavirus and spread it. Spread it, goddammit. Spread it like love. Maybe that's what it is. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. That's been the ramblings of a madman. Hopefully, I hit all the points. I started off with the whole self-improvement thing, veered off into the Oscars, Koreans and women, Korean pride, how we're not Chinese, Genghis Khan, a lot of pressure for filmmakers. Okay, now we got to be Bong Joon-ho's, right? Just like we got to be Genghis Khan's, right? Fucking coronavirus, disease-based racism. And of course, the Mongols themselves. Back to Genghis Khan, spreading the plague. Come on, full circle. Pew, pew, pew. That's what we do here at the Virgin Kimcast. Thank you for listening. Please follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. Goodbye.